Here at Audible Elegance, turntables are not a fad. They are a way of life for us. I have been promoting vinyl since the 80s. If you want, you can pull up old articles in the Cincinnati Enquirer where I presented turntables, and of course the editor at that time wanted to promote compact disc. And it pleases me to no end that after all these years, I've been proven right. Thank you. Turntables are selected by us because they perform well. And 40 years of experience with turntables, we've been able to filter out a lot of the nonsense. So we get it down to you simply enjoying really good performance out of a turntable. And it's really that simple. This is what we do. We take care in what we choose and select. Here we're showing a Riga P3, which is a really good table for the dollar. You know, if it's not a $10,000 turntable, it's not a $50,000 turntable, but it is within an affordable range. They also make a lovely P2. So if you want to spin vinyl and listen to it really well, get a quality turntable. Because I see people today spending $30 a disc for music. So we got to the point where, once again, the dog's cheap, the food's expensive, is what we're talking about. And while you get into this, there are some good places on the web to buy vinyl. There's actually a very lovely place still in Cincinnati where you can buy used vinyl and go down and enjoy yourself. And at least when you're buying some of this older vintage vinyl, you have a better chance of having an earlier series of the master tape or pressing, because some of the newer stuff that's coming out, like $30 a record, which floored me, I guess. You don't know what master tape they started with, what generation or what copy. You know, is it a 5th or 6th, 7th generation? Who knows? Where the earlier ones, you really came down to what pressing or what the condition of the stamping plate was. And that's a valuable approach to look at things. But we know turntables, we know them backwards and forward. I've worked with all sorts of different brands of turntables from the service side. There's some that I really enjoy. There are some that when I see them come in, I wince because I know they're pretty hard. And then there are some that I don't even understand why they made them. But there they are, and try to do the best I can with it. Used turntables are something you have to be very careful about. I'm actually going to do a video in the coming weeks about how to evaluate a used turntable. There is absolutely no way that I would ever buy a turntable, particularly a used one, on the web without actually seeing what it's all about, because you're talking about precision mechanics. So if you're buying something on the web because, you know, it looks good and whatnot, trust me, like in one brand on Thorns, used turntables, I've only seen one in 25 years where the main bearing of the turntable system, we're talking about this little guy here, is actually of any use. Most of them are shot. And so you're not getting any quality performance at all out of the deck. And so you really need to see what's going on. It's really no different than buying a used car. You know, would you buy a used car over the web without ever actually test driving it or having someone inspect it? This is kind of a neat aspect going on right here, because the tolerance with the lubrication, you see this didn't go plop. It's actually having to bleed out, let the air around it. So it's got a really nice tolerance to it. But these are all the sort of things that we look at when evaluating products, and new and used. But we know turntables, you know, it's just not another category item for us to pawn off on people. We're serious about turntables, and we know what we're doing. So. Thank you for your time.